What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. Hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. And this is, I take a lot of joy in this post because for years, liberal, well, women in particular, but also liberal men have been admonishing this thing they call toxic masculinity. But really, it's just masculinity. Remember when Gillette, the razor company, came out and tried to call their customers toxic? There's this whole war on men being strong, independent, supportive. They call it misogynistic. They call it toxic. They call it patriarchy. They call it patronizing. But at the end of the day, women still kind of want the same thing they always did. They want to feel supported. They want to feel safe. These are the things that men used to be able to provide without being called toxic. Well, now all of these women who have been demanding men change and be more soy infused are lonely and mad about it. I wish I could figure out who's to blame for this. Well, thankfully, I at least have a product for them to stay warm in and lose some weight. Check out this video sponsor before we get into the story. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor, Bond Charge. Bond Charge is a holistic wellness brand with a huge range of evidence-based products to optimize your life in every way. Founded on science, inspired by nature, all Bond Charge products adopt ancestral ways of living in our modern day world. Their extensive range of premium wellness products help you sleep better, perform better, have more energy, recover faster, balance hormones, reduce inflammation. The list is endless. From blue light glasses to red light therapy to EMF management and circadian friendly lighting, Bond Charge products help you naturally address issues of the modern day way of life effortlessly and with maximum impact. The sauna blanket, let's say potentially you want to burn more calories to help with weight, or you're looking to detoxify, maybe you had a few drinks recently, or you're looking to ease stress and unwind. The infrared sauna blanket is perfect for you. I've been working out a lot lately, so one of the key features of the sauna blanket I liked is not everyone has all the room you need for traditional sauna. Well, the Bond Charge Sauna Infrared Blanket works by using infrared light, which heats the body rather than the air around you like a traditional sauna would. This means you get the same benefits at a lower heat. You also don't need to have your head in the heat like a traditional sauna. You just wrap it around your body. It was incredibly easy to set up. It heated up extremely rapidly, and you can enjoy a session for 30 or 40 minutes while relaxing, watching TV, reading a book, or whatever you want. The Bond Charge Infrared Sauna Blanket is easy to clean. Just wipe down with a damp cloth. It's sleek and lightweight, easy for storage, low EMF compared to other brands, has some of the highest temperatures compared to other brands, and it's stored away extremely easy. For me, an infrared sauna blanket and infrared sauna helps me with muscle recovery. So this product has been great. It has free shipping on every sauna blanket, so there's no hidden cost, easy returns and exchanges with a 30-day trial, and a 12-month warranty. Go to bondcharge.com/thequartering and use promo code thequartering to save 15%. That's BONCHARGE.com/thequartering and use coupon code thequartering to save 15%. Yeah, they have a lot to offer, not just the blanket, so check out their website. Liberal woman complains that it's hard to find masculine men who aren't conservative. She says it's difficult to find a liberal man who's willing to pay on the first date and fulfill a more traditional masculine role in their relationship. Well, what she's mad about is that other women like her have been sticking their finger in men's faces and saying that opening a door for women is toxic. Paying for dinner is toxic. And so this is what you get. A bunch of soy-infused beta males that are waiting for every woman in their life to make the first move because they need to make sure they have consent for everything. Now, I'm not saying you should do anything non-consensually, but you get what I'm saying. In recent years, marriage rates in the United States have seen a decline. This is happiness, isn't it? This is the happiness that liberals want. This is the celebration, 40 and no kids. Listen to Chelsea Handler is just so happy about not having kids. That's why she totally needs to tell you that all the time. In recent years, marriage rates in the United States have seen a decline. According to the data from the U.S. Census Bureau, the marriage rate between 2019 and was 16.3 per 1,000 total population, down from 19.4 in 2000. The decrease can be attributed to various factors, but modern feminism might be the biggest culprit of all. Naturally, there's also been a noticeable increase in the number of single childless women. That sounds empowering to me. I don't know what this article's proclaiming. Having a bunch of men hooking up with a bunch of people, that's empowering as a woman. By the way, just so people know, I don't think that that's good behavior for men or women. I think men get there's dumb double standard where men are like, don't receive the same negative stigma for sleeping around, but I assure you, they should get it. Naturally, there's been a noticeable increase in single childless women, a trend that reflects the changing dynamics of personal choices and lifestyles compared to the tradition that was once common in the United States. Advancements in reproductive technologies have additionally provided women with more choices regarding family planning, such as freezing their eggs, and assisted reproductive techniques have seemingly extended the window of fertility, allowing women to postpone marriage and motherhood while focusing on other aspects of their life, things that are more fulfilling, like work. Now, this TikTok user shares something on TikTok that has made dating very difficult lately. She calls it one of the saddest realizations she's had recently. Quote, as a liberal woman, it's really hard to find a man who's willing to play the more traditional masculine role in the relationship in today's day and age who's not a conservative, she admits. Now, I want to be clear, okay? She's stupid, okay? She thinks that she doesn't want to date. I think it's great that she just attributes traditional masculinity with conservatism, but that's not the case. I do all the chivalrous stuff like that, and I have since I was 18 years old, and I never considered myself conservative, and lots of my friends are the same way. There are men out there, people who would take that kind of traditional masculine role and not ever call themselves conservative, but this idiot clearly doesn't want to date somebody who's conservative. So she's saying, well, half the men out there I don't want to date because they're conservative. And I'll tell you something about men. I mean, I can speak to that personally. I can't speak to necessarily women's opinions, but if I have fun with a girl and I'm hanging out with her and we're connect, I really don't care how she votes. Most people, there are lots of couples that are opposite political opinions. My parents are, and they've been married for 50 years. So, I mean, it's not like you have to be like terminally online or one of these TikTok moron wokies that think that it actually matters, because it really doesn't. You go into the voting booth every 4 years, you cast your vote, you cancel out your husband or your wife, and you go home. Not a big deal. She attributes certain characteristics to a traditional masculine man: paying for the first date, opening the door for women, caring and providing for the woman. She wants all this in a man as long as he's not conservative. Conversely, what she's really saying is, reworded, liberal men don't open doors for women, they don't provide for women, and they don't care for them. Quote, obviously, as a liberal woman, I do want to be respected for my independence, and I do want to have my own autonomy in the relationship and not be conformed to a traditional female homemaker childbearing role. She obviously thinks this is what conservative men want. Again, maybe some. There is the tiny percentage of guys, most of them online, who are like, ooh, barefoot and pregnant kind of thing. Most guys, also conservative or not, don't really care. Honestly, in today's economy, most couples both have to work. In particular, when you're dating, who cares what his expectations are, whether or not you work, because you're not married. I want to be respected, so traditional female homemaker. Oh, she also thinks so again, she just is dumb about, she thinks all conservatives are a monolith. She goes on to say, and most of the men that I dated who do have a more natural provider masculinity about them are all normally conservative. She is at a loss because she wants to be with a masculine man, but doesn't want to compromise her morals and values. She asks her followers if she's asking too much, whether or not she requests a man she can be equal with while he still provides for her. No. What she wants her cake and to eat it too. I am sure there are liberal men out there that are very masculine. I mean, Nick Offerman's pretty masculine. I'm pretty sure he's a raging lib. There are masculine liberal men out there, but also for somebody who's like terminally political, like this woman, or terminally online, she has this warped opinion that she's supposed to agree with everything her spouse says politically. She also wants to be, what she's really saying is she wants a man to take care of her, but she wants people to perceive her as a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be a homemaker, wanting to take care of your man. There's also nothing wrong with a woman wanting to go to work, okay? Both are fine. Whatever you find to be happy. In fact, most scenarios, like I said, these days require both parts of the relationship to work, at least some capacity. The responses on Twitter reveal that nobody feels sympathy for the dilemma. In fact, they find it amusing that she wants a masculine man who has liberal values. Typically, liberal does not want to compromise values, but at the same time, they want to reap the benefits of ultra-right-leaning Chad men, the benefits of ultra-right Chad men on the right. Another person says, no, she cannot have her cake and eat it too. Masculine men want feminine women. Her views don't align with that. That is true. I can't think of many men who don't like, their girl to be in a nice sundress and being very feminine, have nice long hair. That doesn't mean they can't work. But yeah, men like feminine women. Now, there are some guys out there that like women who are more tomboy-y or maybe more alpha style. It works for them. There's always somebody for some, everyone's got a couple of matches out there. Others joked about her hitting the wall, so to speak, and realizing that she was looking for the wrong thing in men all along. Regardless of what happens to this particular woman and her romantic future, she was highlighted a universal truth that would make dating so much easier for women if they would accept it. Yes, conservative men are indeed more masculine. A Pew Research study found that Republican men are more likely than Democratic men to describe themselves as very masculine, 39% to 23%. Similarly, 78% of Republicans say masculinity is a good thing for society, compared to a pathetic 49% of Democrats. Aside from surveys, you can look all around our culture and see pretty clearly that men who are on the right and look more masculine than their liberal counterparts, they look more, is this a coincidence or is this more behind the difference? Look, again, there's somebody out there for everybody and everyone can kind of do their kind of thing. But when you hit the wall and you're realizing, man, I've been saying all these things for internet likes and quotes and retweets, but I actually don't believe them. I never believed them. I would say that I don't feel sorry for you either. These are the men you sculpted. You date them. Because I can tell you what, women that want self-confidence, I don't even necessarily call it masculinity, but self-confidence, they're not going to date these soy-infused men that you created. So lib women, you date them. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get to come over, like conservative fellas, you see a woman like this, she doesn't get to have your time. Tell her to go date that 93-pound guy soaking wet over at Starbucks. The wall is undefeated. Social media clout is temporary. Happiness is far more than that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do make sure you leave a like on it, and we'll talk to you again real soon.